How's life been for you the last 3 weeks?
Interesting.
Interesting you said that.
Yes, it's interesting. It's funny that you reminded me of that, because I have been thinking that a lot. Similar with Julie, that sort of seeing things sort of from an observer standpoint instead of someone enmeshed in what's going on. It feels like a bigger part of me is able to kind of be the observer and sort of see without the judgment attached to my behavior or somebody else's behavior. Not that it's ever completely, it's not gone completely, but seeing cycles and patterns, realizing them sooner, kind of stopping before it progresses to a certain point. And the dynamics with people in my life and sort of seeing those dynamics differently. They're not as charged, and I'm able to stay more centered within myself and see, okay, that is theirs and it is not mine, and I am not going to go play in that sandbox today. I've had enough. I'm going to stay over here. If you would like to be in the sandbox, that's fine. When you're ready to step out and have a constructive conversation in the present day and time, I am 100% available for that, but I am not going to be in the sandbox right now.
Linda teaches it's about being inner directed versus outer directed. What you just described as being inner directed. You're making your choices. You're running your life.
Much more so.
Your hands are on your steering wheel.
Absolutely. And I've seen it in personal relationships. I've seen it in business. It just seems like the past 3 weeks, I'm getting calls every day. People, I realized, I'm being able to treat children, like little ones are coming. A client of mine just had a baby, and she asked me to come and work on the baby and work on her, and it just, these things that I've had in my mind that I want but wouldn't ever allow to happen are happening. And I had to take a step back and really look at, I'm looking at the appointment book and I'm like, oh my God. And I didn't, I was excited, not freaked out. I didn't put the brakes on. It was like, no, this is what I want. This is what I've wanted and not allowed. So it's happening, and I'm happy that it's happening, which is something I never thought would happen.
Wow,
So
that's powerful.
there's a lot of really wonderful things happening, and I wasn't sure, being an angel the first time or assistant. My mindset was that I'm there in support of the students and their process, and it wasn't about me, and yet I still got some amazing gifts out of the weekend.
Every course you will. Every course, because the students are different, their stories are different.
I've even heard a lot of people say, like, even the first time they assist, like, wow, I got more, I didn't think it was possible, but I got more assisting the first time than I did in my course.
Well,
I felt that way.
you guys showed up not really knowing the course, you haven't been through it.
No idea.
Now suddenly you're taken upstairs.
Yeah, you're on the hot seat.
So coming back to assist and knowing the procedure, I explained what's going on downstairs when we were upstairs.
All right.
Participating in that is the other half. And there's always something to learn. I know for me, coming back to assist has done two things. One, it's solidified some insights. I've got new ones. But that which I used to judge and didn't want anybody to know, which kept me stuck, when I verbalized it, I wasn't stuck anymore. The judgment that I had was because my silence when I verbalized it, it wasn't as significant. And then the second thing that always happens for me is that when I'm willing to share my story and have helped somebody through their story, just an enlightening moment, even at the beginning, 19 years ago when I started out, felt good. And then I realized I would never have been able to help that person if I didn't go through what I went through. And yet I had a judgment on it. So when I dropped the judgment and was willing to be vulnerable, I was able to be effective as an angel and then continue. So